Hello, everybody, and welcome to Transportation Refrigeration. I'm Marty Rudd. I'm going to be your online instructor, and Professor Garcia is going to be your a lab instructor. Because this is an 8-week course versus a 16-week course, a part of your actual education is going to be online, and that's where I'm going to cover. And when it's in the lab, please make sure you address any kind of concerns with Professor Garcia, and he is very good about taking care of your needs. Now, what I wanted to do, kind of as quickly as possible, but I want to get you comfortable with the canvas shell. And this is really a little bit different and than probably what you're used to. Maybe you are used to canvas, but I just want to do a quick little navigation. I'm going to go ahead and share a screen right now with you. And here we go. And what we're going to do is kind of go really as quickly as possible. I'm going to put it in student view so you kind of get what you're seeing. This opened up today, and unfortunately I wanted to make it a week beforehand, but unfortunately the way the classes starts is when the day is. So at 8 o'clock this morning, it actually allowed you to get in. So what you should see when you log into Canvas, and login is the same as your web advisor. So whatever you did to get into the class and signing up, that was how you have to get into Canvas. And Canvas is really simple. I'm going to show you where it's at. If you go to our home screen, where is the Santa Ana College home screen, you'll notice some buttons up on top, or some pull downs in a way. But it's got Translate, and then it's got Canvas, and then it also has Web Advisor. Now, what you're going to want to do is go into your Canvas, and you're going to go ahead into the login screen. Now, I can't get into this way because I'm already logged in as an instructor. So what I'm going to do is going to take you over to the screen that I have opened up for us. And I had an instructor, now I'm showing you as a student. Now, a lot of good information is going on in the home screen and then also beyond. So you can see right now at the very beginning it has announcements, and this is where I really I should say you should be looking at all the time. I would definitely get onto Canvas because it's an accelerated class. You want to get it on multiple times a week, because part of your coursework is going to be online because of the time constraints. It's normally a 16-week course. Now it's cut down to 8 to help you all out and get you in the field faster. This is the first time we've offered it this way, so I'm waiting for a lot of great feedback from all of you. So start off with, you have your home screen. If you go over to syllabus over here, I'll talk about the class. It'll give you kind of a background. You can get a hold of me through the link, or you can get a hold of Professor Garcia through the link this way. And as I go on down, it gives you kind of ideas of what we should be able to do in the class. This again is some of the things that we are working on, and we will, Professor Garcia and I work very closely together, and we'll make sure this it goes smoothly as possible for the 8 weeks. So you can kind of see the front end of it. If you click on the syllabus, you can actually open it up, and let's see if it opens up properly. I try to go through all these buttons beforehand to make sure they all work. And if you find anything that doesn't work quite right, you can actually contact me. Again, I'm the online guy. Professor Garcia is the in-lab guy. So it gives you some basic information on how to get a hold of us. My office hours for this class are by appointment only for right now, but I normally am available I would say on Mondays before 1 o'clock when my auto class starts, and you can meet me at my office, or you can actually go and go through a Zoom meeting with me. It's totally, I try to make myself available as much as possible. But email me. I would prefer you to go to the inbox, which is part of this Canvas shell, and say, hey, Mr. Rudd, I need to talk to you about something, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you go to my email, I get hundreds of email every day. Not saying you can't go there, but I get hundreds of a day, and it might be buried inside there. Also, my my office phone is right here, and my office room also. And Professor Garcia has his own office now. It's J103 3. It should be 109. I'm sorry, 109. And he can actually get a hold, share his desk phone with you also. So please feel free to use the inbox to go through that. And it will talk about the different things that we have in store for you. So I would definitely want you to go over the actual, the syllabus to see if there's anything that you might have issues with. I don't think you will, but let's go on back. But that's one thing. The other thing is I wanted to show you how the modules were laid out. Each week another module will open up. So this one opened up this morning. You will have another module open up again next Saturday. And again, we are going to do our best to help you out. So you'll see an overview, which is, really what I wanted to go a little bit over. But the first week, it kind of lays it out. I try to make it a little bit simple as possible, because you do already have stuff going. There's a discussion group. There are actually a couple discussion groups going on, and you want to go through those as soon as possible. The one thing I really want you to focus on this coming week, and it's due by the 23rd, is this SB2 training. I'm going to go over that in just a little bit here. But this SB2 training is safety training, and you need to have the safety training done to be actually working in the lab. Now, we give it a little bit of a cushion because you're your first day here, but we want to make sure that you understand this is very important for you to get done, ASAP, which is by next Saturday. So that's kind of your really first big thing that you need to be doing. I do put a little commentary, you might say, but I want to make sure that you know that we are here for you, and there's other resources that you can use. The SAC CE counseling will help you with your education plan, help you get through the process and get you educated and get you into work as soon as possible. So I recommend that you make a visit with the CE counselors. They're normally available during the week. I'm not too sure about the weekend, but you can actually, if you hit these little highlighted, there are clicks to go right to the different resources that you have. Please use the resources you have while you're here at SAC. So the next screen comes up is our first little discussion. You see that it actually is due by next Saturday. This is, just to get you guys talking with each other. I want to make sure that you're comfortable. You're going to be working closer together with each other, and a lot of you have some great things going on, and you may have some different hobbies, different projects going on, and we all want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. So please feel free to be very open. These are graded, just kind of graded conversations, you might say. So You post it. It's very easy to do. I probably went too fast on that, but all you have to do is the very bottom is reply and just post it. The other thing you have to do is go back and actually comment on two of your classmates, and that's where it's graded. So you go ahead and hit reply, and then you can write in a comment on whatever the post is that week, or you'll have 2 posts this week because it's a shortened class. But it's simple. There's a quick little video on safety, because this is what we're really going to focus on this week. I did put something about face masks. Face masks need to be worn all the time that you're in the lab, and I want to make sure they're covering the face correctly too, not just over the mouth. You need to be wearing it over the nose too, because of COVID, where we're at right now. You want to make sure we're not spreading it. We don't want to have to kind of close down for a day, because you've got so much to do in such a short period of time. I'm not trying to frighten you or anything, but I know you can do it. I mean, you put the effort in, you can do it. But it's a quick little video, and I have a quick little quiz afterwards. This is again due by next Saturday, and it gives you the little links. And one of the things that I really want to encourage all of you to do is, you see this student lounge. If you go to our discussion groups, this is actually links right there, and this is what we have going on for you. This student lounge is a great place for all of you to just kind of talk between the rest of the students. I didn't quite understand this, or does anybody know this? And you can share. I feel that students working with students really helps a lot on your learning. There's some things that as instructors we try to explain correctly, but some students will possibly get it, and some students are kind of a little fuzzy on about it. And between the students, they can actually work together and figure things out on their own too. I'm not saying not to come to us. We'll always be there for you to help you out along the way. So back to where we were back in module 1, and we go on down, and you got your discussion groups, and you've got workplace safety. That's where we were actually at, and corrective. And then our second discussion group is workplace safety, and that leads into our SB2 training. Now, this SB2 is a website that a lot of different government agencies use to train their people, and a lot of schools do the same thing. Some high schools actually do it also. But I have a quick little video here of how to use it and how to sign up for it. So I really want you to get started on that right away. I do have on the next page a link going into signing up. You click on it, it takes you to the website. And if you click on it, it'll ask you if you have signed up, if you've used SB2 before, and you may not have, or you may have. So this depends on yes or no. If you say yes, it's going to ask you to log in. If you haven't, it's going to ask you to make up a login. And it's very simple. They don't ask for a whole lot. But I definitely do not want you to go to the main website and because what they'll ask for you to do is a credit card or some kind of form of payment. We've paid for this for you. So go ahead and sign up, get in there. These are some of the stuff is optional. Again, there's different emails, so don't think it's just Gmail. Name, email. You pick your own username, you pick your own password, and then you sign up. And it's as simple as that. And then you will get into your training and what training what you need to do. two trainings you need to get done right away. One is and I know it says automotive and we're in diesel, but it's the same concept, same stuff. Just we have heavier stuff in diesel. So you're going to do the automotive service safety, okay, and then you're also going to do the automotive service pollution prevention. Those are the two, and if you go on to the next page, it will ask you to sign in. Okay, so it actually it's in progress right now, so some of you are already doing it, it looks like. And it's really, I would say that one of the simplest things, well, it's a lot of work, but it's simple to do. And again, I try to make as many links as possible for you to get in there. I've already signed up, so if I put myself in, like this one, and I go into my account, I'm going to show you real quick, like, has all these. Now mine has may have a lot more. I believe I gave you quite a bit of them, so please feel free to go through and look at all of them if you have them. But these two are the ones you need to really get to first. So you want to go to the automotive service safety and also the automotive service pollution prevention. Those that need to be done, I may throw a few things at you a little bit later on, but again, it's training that you are required to do before you get into it. So it gives you a little introduction, and it kind of clicks through. You make sure you have sound to do it with it too. All right, so that's pretty much on that end of it. So you do all your training, and you'll go ahead, and when you're done with it, you want to submit, or add, comments, a certificate, a proof that you're actually, that you passed it to Mr. Garcia, so he knows for sure you did the training and you're cleared to be in the lab. All right, or you can actually submit it to me, whichever way works best for you, and you'll submit a certificate. Then we go into our kind of safety on the job here. Well, I mean, in the lab, I have you draw a little map and submit it in. And this is what makes it really fun. You can actually draw a map, take a picture of it, and send it up to me. Or again, you're very welcome to send it to, give it to Professor Garcia too. Either way, we just want to make it as easy as possible. Some people like to submit them online. Some want to make sure they do it, electronically. And again, same thing. There's a safety check that you do. Just kind of showing you the little labs you'll be doing right off the get-go. And then you get into the SDS, which is your safety data sheets. You'll learn more about that in your online training. And then that's it for the week. And then coming up for the next week, we'll start getting into the EPA 608, that's automotive on 609. EPA 608 and the training on that, talking about certification as far as you having your ability to work on the actual transportation refrigeration units. And I'll bring up some extra stuff on that as we go along too. There are some videos that I've created in the past, and I'm going to be sharing those with you also, of past classes. And you're welcome to watch them, anytime you're available. And this might give you a little extra, because when we get into the 608 and other training, we kind of break it down to as easy as possible of what the subject is. And 608 is required by EPA for you to be working legally on the different air conditioning units. And you want to, one of the great things about this is you take this the state test, or you can either go through different agencies, but you can actually get a certificate, a license. It allows you to buy the refrigerant, and also allows you legally to be working on it. And it's another little thing for your resume. So I encourage you to do that. The 608 is right now. It may be turned off pretty soon, but there was for a while, because of COVID, you could do it all online. Now we actually, or in the past I should say, are required to proctor it and make sure it's you that's taking the test and all like that. But more to come on the 608 as we go along. Myself and Professor Garcia are certified proctors, so we can actually do it and help you out through that whole process too. All right, and there is a fee to that. I believe it was $25. It might be more now, but anyways, more to come on that. So that's kind of the quick little getting into the modules, and it's like I said, there's a lot of things you can do. There's announcements, to discussion boards. You can go right to the links that I give you, or you can go to the discussion boards, other ways. But also, what I would really like for you to do is keep up on your grades, and this is where you're going to see a lot of your grades. You can see how this is a past class that we were actually doing. So you'll see how much the point value is on the different labs as you go along, and then you can actually see where you're at that time. And this is going to help you kind of manage, how I'm doing. I myself and Professor Garcia and all of the instructors don't want you to be shocked into the end of the semester. We want you to be, kind of knowing what's going on all the time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to get to me through the inbox on the side here. There's a lot of fun, buttons and stuff like that. And if you have multiple classes, they'll be listed up in your dashboard area. I'm not allowed to because I'm not really a student. So I'm going to leave the student view right now. And again, I want to welcome you in to actually Santa Ana College. If this is the first time you've taken a class here, feel free to stop by and say hi. Hit the inbox, get in there, and get to know me. I'm one of the college professors. I'm the senior one. I should put it that way. I've been at Santa Ana College for 8 years, going on 8 years, I should say. And I just finished my 7th year, did my evaluation on my 7th, and I'm good to go until year 10 right now. But I have a wealth of information in auto, and I also have a wealth of information in the heavy duty and the transit systems. I grew up in the automotive field. My grandfather was an auto mechanic, and my dad was an auto mechanic, and we transferred over to technicians as we went along. And then I worked for USC for 12 years as the maintenance manager, came in as the master mechanic and worked myself up to the maintenance manager. And I've been teaching, in part-time capacity since 1989. So it's been a fun passion that I've had, and I want to continue to educate you and give you the tools that you need to be successful in the actual industry. Again, feel free to reach out to me, and if I can help you, I'll do everything I can. All right, so this is going to be the end of this. It maybe have been a little bit lengthier than I wanted to, but I wanted to make sure you're comfortable. And if you're not, please reach out to myself or Professor Garcia. I would like to leave a little bit of stress off of Professor Garcia because he's doing quite a bit of work right now. All right, talk to you later. Have a great day, and I will be talking to you soon.